the meeting of the Atchison County Board of Commissioners to order. It is March 23rd. It's 1 o'clock. So will everybody join me in the Pledge of Allegiance? I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay. Moving right along, it seems like we're trying to get past doing what we normally do on Zoom, the regular meeting, in-person meetings. Any public comment today? Anybody want public comment? Okay, seeing none, have we had a chance to review the minutes?
Yes, I had no additions or corrections.
Okay, have a motion to approve.
I'll make the motion to approve.
I'll second.
It's been moved by Commissioner Knoll, seconded by Commissioner Quinn. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. We have the monthly report from EMS. I think we just ought to receive and file. Anybody want to make any comments? I only make a comment that I'm amazed at just how great a job they do. And I guess you don't know how good a job they do unless you've had to use the services. So hopefully none of us all have to experience that. Okay.
I have one question for you, Corey. I thought it was interesting that there were 14 calls that were just no one could be found or like no shows. Is that pretty common?
I'm having difficulty hearing you, Commissioner Quinn. I'm sorry.
No, I was just curious. I thought it was interesting in the month of February how there were 14 that were considered other that were like, no, you couldn't find someone, or they were just like somebody had called. And is that normal?
Is that in the triage, the
Yeah.
acuity chart? Yeah, absolutely. That's normal. False calls fall into that category. What actually happens fairly frequently is somebody may appear to be in distress. Somebody else calls on their behalf, and when you arrive, they're either sleeping or that type of thing. And those fall into that other category that we don't assign a triage code to those people.
Gotcha. Interesting.
Very normal.
Okay, Commissioner comments and committee reports.
I really don't have anything. I had an ECAT meeting last Thursday via Zoom or GoToMeeting. Nothing really new to report there. I have, I guess I don't have a meeting. I was thinking I had a meeting coming up. I don't have it on my agenda, so.
Commissioner Quinn.
I had a QAPI plan meeting, the annual review with Senior Village last week, which was really good. Got to be part of that for the first time. And the only other thing that I would say is our road and bridge department is going for a funding opportunity through K.S.A. And we're looking for letters of support for that project that would rehab 286 road from the county line in city county line in Atchison going to Lancaster. So if anyone would be willing to write a letter of support for that, please reach out to me and I can give you more details on that.
They can also contact the clerk's office, I think, for the emails or whatever. You posted a lot of different places. So
Yeah.
we're,
Trying to get the word out.
Okay. Okay, I had a meeting with Project Concern as my first meeting, so it was a learning process. There's about 8 people on the board. They were all had different things on the agenda. It seemed like a very well-run meeting. I will tell you that I kept hearing the word transportation is going to be a key issue. I think the pandemic has taught us that even though people aren't getting there to get meals, they are still needing transportation to doctor's appointments and those type of things. So when I understand it better, I'll probably give a better, more complete report. But it's really a jewel for our community. So
When will there be congregate meals again at Effingham and Atchison?
you know, I don't think I know that, Eric. I think they're talking about getting it done. And quite frankly, it's more expensive to deliver mail because you got to package it.
Mhm.
So I think they're looking for it. I think that's a matter of when they're going to want to bring people back. And I think the vaccination is the key. And most of the people who go to Project Concern for meals are the age that they should have had the opportunity to get vaccinated. The challenge they had is they still think they have lots of people out there who don't have internet, don't have a home phone, that just haven't really got the word. So they're working towards getting the word out. And I got to tell you, if you got a neighbor, you're not sure if they got a vaccination, knock on their door and help them with it. I mean, it's almost anybody that in that 65 and above should have had an opportunity to get vaccinated. And I know that I've been vaccinated. Almost all the people in my age group have been vaccinated. So the more we get vaccinated, the more we can get back to normal life.
I think we're to that point of the people that we know of, or the people that have signed up pretty well in that demographic. It's those ones that haven't reached out or don't have the grandson or somebody that can put their name on and get it. So most of that is word of mouth. I think from now on, we really need to keep our eyes and ears peeled for those people.
Okay. New business before the board. We have a purchase order from for information technology from Converge One. It's an annual Cisco SmartNet renewal. It's $5,500, $5,594.16. The chair will entertain a motion to approve this purchase order.
So moved.
It's been moved by Commissioner Quinn,
Well, second.
seconded by Commissioner Knoll. All in favor signify by saying aye.
All right.
Aye, passes 3-0. I guess we're gonna keep raising our hands. We're used to it. Right?
I think that's
Oh, this is the bottom. This is the first of that. Okay, Sherry Baker, County Attorney. Sherry appeared today at our workshop. We talked about prosecution software. And again, this is one of the benefits that have come out of this pandemic. They've been able to streamline their communication with the prosecuting, setting off discovery. And she's taken the time during this downtime when there hasn't been jury trials to move things forward. I congratulate her on that. But she does have a purchase order and it's within her budget. It's to Carpel in St. Louis, Missouri for $19,000. The chair would entertain a motion to approve.
also moved.
Moved by Commissioner Knoll,
Second.
seconded by Commissioner Quinn. All in favor signify by saying aye.
All right.
Aye, passes 3-0. Okay, Corey Scott, Emergency Medical Service Director, ambulance bid approval.
Afternoon. In the last meeting, we did the bid opening for the new ambulance. It was tabled by the commission for me to review the bids. I have reviewed the bids. Both bids meet or exceed the bid specification. Just as a reminder, American Response Vehicles bid $248,806. Osage Ambulances through Emergency Supply Services bid $228,239. As both bids meet and or exceed the specification, it's my recommendation that as per our norm, we would go with low bid.
So the chair will entertain a motion to approve Osage the bid for $228,339. Is that correct, Corey?
That is correct, sir.
Okay, I have a motion.
So moved.
Moved by Commissioner Quinn, second by Commissioner Knoll. Any further discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye, passes 3-0. Jamie Madison, HR Director, PTO approval.
Good afternoon. As we discussed several times recently, we've gone over the PTO policy. Department heads worked together during our department head meetings previously and on our own to review some other Kansas County PTO policies, as well as some private companies and other municipalities. By converting sick and vacation to PTO, this is giving our employees more flexibility in using their time. We believe this will be a great benefit for us when it comes to new hires and retention of current employees. With our current policy, employees don't receive any sick time until 6 months, vacation until a year. This new policy allows employees to use the time at 90 days. There still be the request and approval procedures as subject to supervisor approval as norm. But managing for employee retention involves strategic actions, and department heads all agree that this is the way to go. So I would like the commission to approve the PTO policy.
Chair will entertain a motion to approve the PTO policy.
So moved.
Moved by Commissioner Quinn. Wait a second. Seconded by Commissioner Knoll. Any further discussion? I have a couple comments. The idea of this is to help and retain employees, makes us competitive with other PTO programs within our community. City of Atchison, Walmart, I'm sure the hospital uses PTO. It allows more flexibility for employees or associates to have their balance their life and work together, which is a new thing today. And the thing is I really struggle with this a little bit. What does it cost? The reality is someone takes a day off of PTO, they get paid, but most times people aren't in their place, so it doesn't really cost anything. I think this policy in the long run is going to pay by having a stronger workforce. Just my opinion. So anybody
I
else?
agree.
Okay. Okay, Chair will entertain a motion to approve. All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Passes 3-0.
Thank you all very much.
Okay.
Appreciate it.
Thank you, Jamie. Joe Snyder.
Good afternoon. I'm here with the approval for engineering services on Bridge 19.0 E3, the off-system bridge we were just awarded with KDOT. The engineering services for the amount of $56,400 to start the design on this bridge. And I would recommend that we go ahead and approve this.
And who's doing the design?
Swab Eaton, Swab Eaton. They did the application for us and now the design. We're wanting to enter.
Bridge, we chose this bridge because it had the most benefit from
This
people.
was, yes, we were given the option of two bridges. And in the last meeting, we discussed which one we wanted and if we were willing to join the cost share program with KDOT. And this would be the engineering design for that bridge.
Okay, so the chair will entertain a motion to approve Swab Eaton design services for $56,400.
Also moved.
We'll move by Commissioner Knoll, seconded by Commissioner Quinn. Any further discussion? Hearing none, I assume you're ready to vote. All in favor, signify by saying aye. Aye. Passes 3-0. Okay, what else we got, Jim?
We have the road improvements, a cost share that we would like to apply for. MHS has done the legwork for this. We applied for it last fall, didn't receive any funding. We've talked to Joe McAfee. He's ready to reapply this spring. Hopefully there's more money. There is more money to be awarded. This would be 286, starting at the city limits and going west to at least McPherson. I feel that with this kind of money and an opportunity to use that instead of everything coming out of our pocket, it would be beneficial to the county. And I would recommend that we move forward with applying for this funding.
So the chair will entertain a motion to for MHS for a project that will be $13,000, sorry, one more time, $1,348,900. It's been moved,
So
moved by Commissioner Quinn, seconded
Second.
by Commissioner Knoll. Further discussion? Yeah, I would like to say a couple things. First of all, we're applying for a grant. And the grant would be, we're hoping for is $1 million. And this road is probably the most talked about road in our community. It is a artery to the community, both economically, people in transportation, goods and services, to the industrial park, the list goes on and on. And Commissioner Quinn alluded to it at the beginning of her comments, that we're looking for letters of support. This is not a done deal. So we want to make sure that everybody in the community realizes we're trying to get $1 million. And it's really not enough to do the whole project. I mean, not all the way to Lancaster. So the balance of the road would be a conversation that we probably want to try to get that done at the same time. But this is probably a 2022, possibly even a 2023 project for my knowledge. So any other commissioners got any comments?
I'd like to add on to that. Anybody who would like to have us provide a letter of support, we do have a template that you can use, or contact any of us commissioners or Road and Bridge Department. They need to be in quick. We need to have them in hand by the 31st. So it's a very tight timeline. So they really need to get them finished and to us, but we would appreciate any and all support.
And I would just add, again, this is a cost share application. So if we were to secure the $1 million, that would help immensely. And then we would look at that additional 3 miles and what the costs look like to hopefully secure funding to do the whole thing at one time, because we understand the need and we hear your frustrations. And thank goodness Joe and Joe have put their heads together and found this opportunity, and we're hopeful to see what comes of it. So thank you, Joe.
Thank you.
I assume you're ready to vote. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Passes 3-0. Anything else today, Joe?
No, thank you. Have a good day.
Thank you,
Okay.
you too.
Thank you, Joe. County councilor updates.
We've sent out the notifications through our website about the tax sale. We've had quite a bit of response, people bidding or people registering for bid numbers. And that process is moving forward. The sale will be on, I can't remember, the 21st.
21st at 10 o'clock on the
21st at Memorial Hall. And information is available on the county's website. Register for a bid number on the county's website as well.
Anything else?
I don't think so.
I think the publication of the Globe created a lot of buzz in the community. So I think it's going to be a good thing. Okay, moving on. Do we need any executive sessions today? Okay, we're coming down to another public comment. Does anybody in the public would like to speak to the commission? Not seeing anybody. Commissioners, got anything else they want to add for today?
Did we decide, are we going through the resolution for joint communications next week at workshop?
We talked about having it as a topic of discussion. Who would need to be present on that? Just,
Good question.
I don't know if we're going to be in the details or just discussing how we want to proceed.
Okay.
That's where my
just wanna-
vision is. Do we want the joint communications board there, or do we want somebody from the
Well,
city?
Our
or-
workshop is pretty tight next week. It's going to be at 9 o'clock instead of 10. We're trying to extend it.
Mhm.
We're going to start off with a road and bridge workshop. And anything that we want to get done in the workshop will probably be pushed off to the end.
Okay.
So if we want to add that as one of the workshop items, I think we probably have time. But
I think it would get in the weeds pretty quick if we were discussing actual what's in it. I think we need to have how we want to proceed, who's going to be involved, and maybe the setup of how we proceed is my envision of what we would need to decide
So we
Or
meet
discuss.
with the board then.
Do you want to just have the board, or we want to invite some people from, does somebody from the city want to participate? Because that's, they have also the other end of that. So
I would invite them. I mean,
Yeah.
it's like, okay, this is what we're interested in. How do we proceed?
so who's gonna invite them? So,
The chairman?
so I'll invite the city management. I'll invite any members from the board, the Joint Communications Board.
Yes.
And of course, anybody else could join in. They'll probably have to meet with us via Zoom,
Mhm.
and I'm gonna guess it'll be around 10:30.
Or, yeah,
March 3rd.
or maybe even later.
Yeah,
Knowing that, the first topic.
I'm just gonna say 11 o'clock.
Yeah,
that
10:30,
way-
11.
That way we should be done with what we're doing. So I will send an email to those people and get it done. So
Sounds good.
good. Thanks for bringing it up, Casey.
Thank you.
Okay, anything else?
Did you mention the meeting, different time next week for the morning? Did you mention that?
I did just mention it was at 9 o'clock, and it's gonna be at the Road and Bridge Department. I'm sorry,
fine.
the
The
EMS
morning
department.
session is.
Yeah.
Just the morning session,
I would-
EMS department.
Okay.
So we probably need to inform the media, the public, if we can. Okay, and I would remind everybody, we have cities, including cities of the third class, and the city of Atchison for a joint meeting starting at 5:30 at the event center. There'll be limited seating, but will be social distance, creating a safe environment to have this discussion. So feel free to participate if anybody from the public wants to observe. Anything else we need to announce? The chair would entertain a motion to adjourn at 1:24 p.m. It's been moved by Commissioner Quinn,
Second.
seconded by Commissioner Knoll. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. We are adjourned.
We need to shut it up.